Welcome to your yoga flow for strong, healthy, flexible feet. I recommend having at least 2 blocks for your practice today. If you don't have blocks nearby, you can also just grab 2 thick books, or maybe even books or a more sturdy pillow. So anything that you can put a little bit of weight on to find some height and stability. Grab your mat, grab some water, and let's begin. Today we are starting at the back of our mat into an extended child's pose. So big toes together, knees nice and wide, walking the hands forward and allowing your chest to come all the way towards the mat. Forehead resting on the mat. And let's just take a few nice deep breaths here together. In through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in. Gently hold. And let it go. The last one, nice deep breath in. Hold at the top. And release. And with the next inhale, gently coming up into your tabletop. So knees hip-width distance underneath the hips. Hands shoulder-width apart underneath the shoulders. All right, let's stretch our right leg all the way out behind us, curling the toes into the mat. Finding a nice stretch for our calf. And then just bring some movement into it. So leaning back into that stretch, really putting some weight on it. And then gently releasing. Just doing that a few times for yourself. If you want to make this more active, feel free to lift your left knee as you're putting weight into your right foot. Then gently bring it down as you lean forward. And gently switch sides. So right knee onto the mat. Left leg stretched out behind you. Curling your left toes into the mat. And again, bring some weight into that left foot. Really feeling the stretch in the calf. And then gently lean forward. Take a bit of the intensity of the stretch. And just repeating that a few times in your own rhythm. Again, option to lift your right knee as you're leaning into that left foot. And then gently bring it back down as you're leaning out of the stretch. Last breath here. Placing your knees back onto the mat. Inhale, open through the chest, hollow back. Big toes together. Exhale, bring the hips all the way towards the heels, chest down. Inhale, coming back up, open through the chest, hollow back. Exhale, round the back, push the hips all the way back into child's pose. And inhale, gently coming forwards, open the chest. Exhale, round the back, push all the way back, extended child's pose. Inhale, gently coming back forwards, open the chest, hollow back. One more time, exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, coming forward, open through the chest. Okay, from there, knees hip-width distance. Your next inhale, coming all the way forward, lifting knees off the mat, open the chest, upward facing dog. On the exhale, lift the hips, but keep the tops of the feet on the mat, coming into a really nice stretch for your feet. I'm able to go almost into a normal downward dog. If you can, feel free to do so. It's also okay if you're here, as long as you feel that stretch in the tops of your feet. So on your inhale, open the chest, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips. And pushing into that stretch, maybe all the way into a downward dog on the top of your feet. Keep the knees off the mat. If you need to take a break, feel free to do so. Come into child's pose. Doing one more. And exhale. This time, normal downward dog. So just curling the toes under, coming into your downward dog. Maybe bring some movement into it. So maybe bending one knee, then the other. And really take a moment to find some nice length in your back. Next, inhale. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop your feet towards the front of the mat. Coming halfway up, so finding a nice tabletop with the back, opening the chest. Exhale, coming into a forward fold, so folding from the hips. Nice deep breath here. Maybe shake out the wrists for a moment if that feels good. Maybe circling them, because we put quite a bit of pressure on them just now. Next, inhale, further breath, rolling up. Until we're ending up standing all the way at the top of our mat. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up, reaching. Exhale, folding from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full hand onto the mat, stepping back into a plank. Choose your way down. So maybe placing the knees onto the mat, bend the elbows. Inhale, open through the chest, so cobra. Or maybe pushing all the way up into your upward dog again. Exhale, downward dog. So again, focus on finding length in the back. One more breath here. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop towards the front of your mat. Coming halfway up, so again, tabletop with the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up, reaching. Exhale, hands down. One more time, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full hands on the mat, stepping back into your plank. Chaturanga, choose your way down. Inhale, open, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here. On the inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop the feet towards the front of your mat, coming halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up, reaching. Exhale, hands down. Okay. Step your feet about mat width distance. You may need to kind of change up the exact width of your feet as we're going into this. From there, on the exhale, folding forward into your forward fold, but with the feet nice and wide. Toes are slightly pointed out, heels slightly pointed in. Placing your hands on the mat in front of you. If you cannot reach the mat in front of you with a somewhat straight back, grab the blocks, place your hands on the blocks, just see whatever height works for you. But you want to have some support of your mat here. From there, on your next inhale, bend the knees, open the chest, coming into Malasana, but with the hands on the mat. Exhale, straighten legs, forward fold. Inhale, Malasana, open through the chest. Just repeating that a few times on your own breath rhythm. One more breath here. Coming into your forward fold, walk the feet back together. And inhale, circle the arms all the way up, reaching. Exhale, hands down. Planting your left leg onto the mat, lifting your right knee. Hands in front of the chest. Just take a moment to find some balance here. When you found it, open the knee out towards the side, placing your foot either on your calf, on your lower leg, or on your upper leg. So it's either above or below your knee. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Your leg is pushing into your foot is pushing into your leg. So the action is coming from both sides here. Maybe reaching the hands all the way up. Let's take one more breath. And exhale, gently bring the hands down if you had them up. Knee is coming back forward. Try to keep your balance. And then from there, gently place it back down. Okay, switching sides. So right foot grounded onto the mat, lifting the left knee. Just take a moment to find your balance. From there, open your knee out towards the side, placing your foot either on your calf or on your upper leg. So again, either under or above your knee. Pressing your leg into your foot into your leg. So action coming from both sides. Keeping the shoulders nice and low, chest open. Maybe lifting the arms all the way up, reaching as the branches of the tree. On the exhale, gently bring your hands back down in front of the chest. Knee is coming back forward, try to keep the balance. And from there, place it back down. Maybe shaking out the legs and arms for a moment if that feels good for you. And then we are grabbing our blocks. We have a few different options here. So option 1 is just, again, the tree pose, Flexasana, as we just did it. So just with your foot on the mat. If you would like a bit more of a challenge, we can grab the blocks. And then we have 2 options. Option 1, we are placing the heel of your foot on one block and then the ball of the foot and the toes on the other block. Coming to stand on top of your blocks. And this is already going to make your foot and your ankle work a little bit harder. You're going to feel those muscles working. That's what we want. Okay. From here, again, knee up. Maybe open your knee and coming into your tree pose. Next option. If you want even more of a challenge, you can bring your blocks a little bit farther apart, placing the heel of your foot on one block and then just the toes on the other block. Trying not to kind of allow your ball of your foot to drop into the space, but try to keep your foot really nice and active. So really finding stability through the foot here. Let's see if I can do this today. Lift your leg. Maybe opening out. And then maybe coming all the way into your tree pose. This is nice and challenging. All right, so whatever variation you're choosing. Oops. I'm just picking option 2. Find your tree pose again. If you want, feel free to lift arms all the way up. So again, branches of the tree. One more breath here. Exhale, hands back in front of the chest. Maybe you're able to bring your knee back forward and then stepping back onto your mat. Again, let's switch sides. So options. Option 1, just foot on the mat, coming into your tree pose here. Option 2, grabbing the blocks, heel on one block, ball of the foot and toes on the other. Option 3, Just the toes and the heel. So pick your poison from there. Let's start by, again, bringing your knee back up. Hands in front of the chest. You should, again, really feel your foot and your ankle work here. So if it's challenging enough just on the mat, please feel free to do that. Opening the knee and coming into your tree pose. So again, foot either above or below the knee. Maybe lifting the arms all the way up. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears, even if you lift the arms. Just still nice and open. And let's take a last breath here. Exhale, hands back in front of the chest. Maybe you're able to bring your knee back up and then stepping back down onto your mats. Feel free to shake out the arms, shake out the legs for a moment if that feels good for you. And then from there, placing your blocks on the highest setting in front of you. Right, feet together. So if possible, making the big toes touch. Then lift your toes for a moment and spread them nice and wide. Even if you feel like nothing's happening, that's fine. Just focus on trying to make as much space or taking up as much space with your feet as possible on your mats. Legs together, hands in front of your chest. Inhale, lift your heels. So come and stand onto your tippy toes. Exhale, slowly bend your knees. The slower you go, the more challenging you're making it for yourself. Coming into a toe stand variation. Okay. You have the option to place your hands on your blocks here for a bit more support. You can also keep them in front of your chest. Next exhale, gently bring your knees towards the mat. So again, feel free to use the support of your blocks as you're coming down. Coming into a very nice toe stretch. If you're not used to this can feel very intense. In that case, feel free to gently lean forward and lean a little bit on your blocks. If it feels okay, you can bring your full weight onto your heels to go into the full stretch. Also make sure to keep all of your toes onto the mat. So I often need to kind of help my little pinky toe. Feel free to do so if you need to do so too. Let's take a last breath here. We are moving back up the way we came, so maybe place your hands back on your blocks. Inhaling, taking the knees back up. Next inhale, gently coming back all the way up, stretching the legs, standing on your toes. And exhale, place your heels down. We're going to be moving through this little sequence a few times. So hands in front of the chest, feet together. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, toes stand. Inhale here. Exhale, gently bring your knees down. Inhale, back up. Oops. Exhale here. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, heels down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, gently, knees down. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, stretch the legs. And exhale, heels down. 1 more time. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, stay. Exhale, gently, knees down. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, heels down. Shake out your feet. They deserve it. Probably It's going to feel very nice. All right. Placing the blocks out towards the side. Feet again, mat width distance, toes slightly pointed out, heels slightly pointed in. Hands in front of the chest. Exhale, coming into Malasana Yogi squats. So hips all the way down. You want to be able to bring your full foot onto the mat here. So if you notice you're not able to bring your heels down, feel free to grab a blanket or a pillow and place it underneath the heels for a bit of support. You can also use your blocks, so they are probably a bit higher. All right, when you're there, again, hands in front of the chest, you can use the elbows to push the knees open, and from there, push your chest forward. One more breath here. From there, just sitting back onto your mat. Stretch the hands out in front of you, round the back, vertebra by vertebra, rolling all the way onto your mat. The slower you go, the more you're asking from your core. When you're all the way down, just take your knees into the chest. Maybe circling your feet for a moment, circling the ankles. Going one way and the other way. Spreading the arms out towards the side, so in line with the shoulders onto the mat. On your next exhale, gently bring your knees down towards the right, coming into a spinal twist. Making sure to keep both shoulders onto your mat. Maybe allowing your head to fall all the way towards the left. Take the twist up into your neck. One more breath. Inhale, gently take the knees back up, coming back towards the middle. And exhale, going through to the other side. So knees towards the left. Again, try to keep both shoulders grounded on your mat. And allow your head to fall all the way up towards the right. And take the twist up into your neck. Maybe closing your eyes. Let's take a last breath here. On your inhale, knees back up. Give yourself a nice big hug, make yourself small. And then from there, gently find your way into Shavasana for our final relaxation. So just to come lay down on your back, allow the feet to fall open, hands slightly away from the body, with the palms facing up, and the eyes gently closed. Feel the contact of your body in the mat. And allow yourself to melt into your mat. Let go of any conscious control of your breath. Relax. Take rest. Bring your attention back to your breath. Bring some small movements back into your fingers and your toes, hands and feet. And gently allow the movements to become a little bit bigger. Maybe moving your head left and right. Maybe giving yourself a nice big stretch. Or making yourself small. And gently find your way up into a seated position. Still keeping your eyes closed for a moment. On your inhale, circle your arms all the way up until your hands touch overhead. On the exhale, gently bring them down in front of your chest. Take a nice deep breath for yourself. Take a nice deep breath for someone you love. Take a nice deep breath for our practice today. And finally, take a nice deep breath for the world in which we live. And bow down towards yourself to thank yourself for your practice and that you took the time out of your day to follow the class. You can gently open up your eyes again. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you'd like to practice on, I'll have some practices up on the screen. I wish you a lovely rest of your day and I will see you soon. Bye!